Okay, so when putting on a cast for a AFO, you're going to get your sock, make sure that you have the right size sock, because if you use too large a sock, then it bunches up. And take the plastic off. Make sure you don't throw this onto any surface, because it will definitely cause a fiberglass stain to the surface. Open the sock up completely. Put it in, oh, we got hot water here, which is not what we want. Okay, you always want to do it with cold water. Otherwise the fiberglass sets up too fast. Okay, and then you open it up as much as you can open up, get the water to go through it. Okay, and then the patient's going to lift their leg up for you, and we're going to just slide the sock on completely, all the way up. Now, if you're going to use this for an AFO for drop foot, it needs to come up all the way up to the widest part of the calf. Okay, rub everything in. Okay, so now we're going to set them down on the platform, which gives you about a 10-degree, maybe a 5-degree angulation, so the heel is lifted a little bit. While it's setting up, you want them at 90 degrees, and marine spray. Okay, good. So we're going to keep it so, and then you're going to mark the medial and lateral malleoli. And the same thing on the medial side. And we want to keep this always. And then the next step that I do is I always make a hole as the earliest part of this, because if it sets up really fast, then you're not going to be able to cut the fiberglass easily. So we just cut it to make the hole there. And then we're going to create the ability to put this, when we take it apart, back together exactly the same way with our cross lines. It's not too hot?
No, that's
Good.
warm actually.
So we're going to let that set up in this position. You know, sort of keeping the angle and base of gate. And you've got the malleoli marked, you've got everything marked. Once it sets up, and you can see how fast it sets up, it's already setting up, then it's ready to be cut. And always lift. You can see my fingers behind the scissors a little bit. So you're lifting it away from the skin, and you've got basically a tube there. A lot of people like to take the tube out, have a longer tube so it comes out top and bottom, and slip it out. But this just allows me to go right along the side of the tube where there's going to be some space. And you can see how easily it cuts with just even the small scissors to get this off. Now, once you've cut through the whole thing, I leave it in that position for a couple of minutes, and once I'm through, need other scissors, Marie. Yeah, you need to be able to cut through the plastic to be able to take this off without distortion. So just take a regular scissors and just cut through the rest of the plastic, and this will be ready to come off. And then we have them lift your foot up. Great. And this will be ready to remove. Once you've removed it, you want to make sure that it is not distorted and it comes back into position. I need a tape. And then once it's completely done that way, then we're going to tape it so it stays in this position by putting those marks back together again. We're just lining up our previous lines. And and that way the lab won't get a distorted cast. And that will make it ready to go to the lab as long as you're filling out the form. And if you go to dpmgpo.com, you can download the form for PLS bracing, and that gives a 15% discount to all APMA members or CPMA members that use that laboratory. And you can choose whatever brace you want, and it comes with a pair of shoes. The sock you can purchase from Henry Schein, and make sure that you sign up for Med Assets, which gives you a discount on the socks as well. That completes the basics for sending it into the laboratory. The next step is just call the lab and schedule a pickup or for a FedEx pickup.